Winston, I'm so tired of all these neighborhood dogs kicking your ass all the time. We're putting you into Kung Fu school. Hello, and welcome to the GXBOB channel, the only YouTube channel that takes great pleasure in raping you men out of your hard-earned money. Today we are going to dive into spare tire carriers for your Lexus GX 460. There are quite a few nice ones out there, but when they are nice, they come with a pretty hefty price tag. So if you have been following me on my OnlyFans page at username I Banged My Sister, you're going to discover that I travel the world in search of affordable and functional accessories for the Lexus and Toyota truck platforms. Today is the day I introduce to you guys a company by the name of Nilight that is going to bring us a spare tire carrier for under $100. Is $100 too much? Let me correct myself. Under $90. Still a little too much? Let me correct myself. Under $80. Let's get to work, guys. Your Nilight spare tire carrier is going to come in a 20 by 10 by 10 box labeled expensive stuff inside. So please be wary of porch pirates. So here we have a bag of goodies containing all the hardware necessary to place our spare tire carrier onto our vehicle and the tire onto the carrier itself. This is one of the pieces that actually holds the tire itself. And now we have the second piece right here that is going to go right into your 2-inch tow receiver in your vehicle. So this whole entire package right here consists of just two main components and a bag of hardware. Pretty simple. So here's one of my favorite parts of the video, getting to unwrap these products to actually see what is behind these protective foam and bubble wraps. While I'm unraveling this, I can totally tell that this spare tire mount is made of high quality steel, which looks like it's also powder coated and corrosion resistant. Oh, hey, look, so there is an extra part on here in which I thought there was originally going to be only two parts. Let's check out what this is. It looks like the hitch lock. So when I read the website, it mentions that the hitch lock features a high quality solid steel with black electrophoretic paint, quite sturdy and can carry up to 30,000 pounds. It comes with two keys and it looks really nice. I'm actually going to be using this one instead of the one I currently have right now. So here's the arm that goes into our 2-inch tow hitch receiver, also made of the same material and powder coated as the tire carrier arm. Now I'm going to do what I typically do on any installation, is to lay all my pieces out and organize so I don't turn a 20-minute job into 3 days. Now we're going to go ahead and grab the first piece, which is the tow hitch receiver arm. We're going to place it in here. There's 3 holes. I'm going to go to the closest hole to me just so I can bring the tire closer to the vehicle. Okay, we're going to take our lock pin. We're going to grab these 4 O-rings and leave 2 O-rings on here. We're going to slide the other 2 O-rings off. We're going to slide the lock pin through the hole of our tow hitch receiver. And we're going to take the other 2 O-rings and slide it onto there and put in our locking mechanisms. Next, we are going to grab these set of bolts, split washers, and nuts. We're going to take our spare tire carrier arm and we're going to focus on these 2 holes. They're going to line up with these 2 holes on the tow hitch. Let's install it and line up the holes. We're going to take one of the bolts and we're going to slide it through the bottom of the 2 holes. Next, we're going to grab a split washer, add it to our bolt, and we're going to add our 18mm nut here, hand tighten it. As you can see, this is not a swing out type of spare tire carrier, it's a swing down. So it clears your tailgate when you open up your tailgate. Now we're going to grab this lock pin and bring it to our tow hitch. We're going to take the pin portion of this lock pin and slide it through the top hole of our spare tire carrier arm and lock it into place. I'm going to grab an 18mm socket and an 18mm backup wrench and tighten the bottom bolt in. Some of you can take this second bolt, which is the exact same size as the first bolt, and place it into this hole right here. This is to allow your tire carrier to swing down at a 45-degree angle instead of all the way down. But because this is a universal spare tire carrier, the 45-degree does not work for GX owners. So we're going to have to resort to laying the arm flat. But because I have no other place to put this second bolt, I'm just going to leave it inside this hole and hand tighten very snug so it doesn't fall out. And I can remove it anytime I want to swing the arm down. I forgot to mention, the package also comes with a very thick steel powder coated stabilizer plate to minimize play in the tow hitch. Part of the stabilizer is this heavy-duty U-bolt to hold the stabilizer against the hitch receiver. We're going to take the stabilizer with the angled lip facing up and install it onto the U-bolt. We're going to grab the rest of the hardware from the U-bolt and bring it to the vehicle. Grab the flat washer, it goes in first, and right afterwards you're going to take your nut and screw it in by hand. And you're going to do it for the other side also. It's going to require 2 flat washers and 2 nuts. We're going to grab a 21mm socket and we're going to drive both of these nuts in tight. Make sure you test it out by pulling on it. Our package comes with hardware to install our spare tire, but for those of you that have aftermarket wheels, these hardware won't apply. I also tried to use original lug nuts and studs, but the studs kept on spinning on me. So I went out to the local hardware store and bought quantity 3 of the M12 1.5 by 40mm and a bag of flat washers and a bag of split washers. I also noticed that our spare tire was designed to sit at an angle. I'm going to try to straighten out that angle by making the wheel appear straight. I'll be replacing the top bolt with a M12 by 1.5 by 60mm hex bolt and a 1/2 by 5/8 by 1 steel spacer. So here's the plate that's going to be sitting up against our aftermarket wheel. Because you see these deformities right here is because I was testing our OEM studs onto this plate and I had to drill an extra hole. I had to do whatever I had to do to make an aftermarket wheel fit, and I think I already got something going on here. So the very first thing what we're going to do is we're going to take our 40mm bolts right here. We're going to take our split washer and we're going to place our flat washer and we're going to place it behind here. This is going to go into one of the holes of our wheel. Then we're going to do the same thing over here, but the top one, I'm going to experiment a little bit. I'm not going to place a 40mm up here because I want to straighten up the wheel. I'm going to place the 60mm bolt up here. In order to do that, we're going to experiment some stuff here. We're going to put the split washer, we're going to put our flat washer, we're going to place it at the top hole. Place at the top hole, and we're going to take another flat washer, we're going to place our spacer here, and we're going to grab another flat washer right here, and we're going to place our wheel hole right there, and we're going to tie in our acorn lug nut. So let's go ahead and attempt that. It's a lot easier to do if you had a second person because my wheel is super heavy. So I'm going to try my best to see what I can do here. I'm going to grab a piece of duct tape to hold the hardware in, and I recommend you guys using a second person. Okay. I'm going to bring my next one down here. Try to locate it on this plate. There you go. And the final one. I can grab a backup wrench and I'm going to start screwing all this in by hand. Make sure all their lugs are seated. Going in on the lowest setting. I go ahead and hit this with 60 foot-pounds. I'm not doing it to Lexus spec because we're not riding on these tires. So here's our finished product right here. Here's the clearance. So what I'm going to be doing next, and you guys don't have to, you guys could be okay with this type of clearance, but I'm going to bring this tire closer to the vehicle, and by doing that I'm going to take this part right here to a machine shop and I'm going to drill another pinhole right there in order to move this closer to the vehicle. And there you guys go. That is the budget-friendly spare tire carrier by a company called Nilight. It is universal. It fits on every 2-inch tow hitch receiver, so it doesn't have to go on your Lexus. But I can't say that because I really hate Nissans. So if any of you guys are considering stealing this because you guys know that I'm putting on some generic lug nuts, you guys are wrong. I'm replacing all of them with Gorilla lug nuts, lock nuts, and also don't forget, my pug knows Kung Fu now. Peace out, guys. See you at the next video. Winston, there's somebody outside trying to steal my wheels. Go kill him. Go kill him, boy. Good boy. Go kill him. Yeah, go kill him, boy. Come on, Winston. Go kill him.